You ever leave town for 2 days and come back to find your house mid-execution? Yeah, same. I didn't even know that was a life option until Karen made it one. My name's Evan Cole, structural engineer, the kind of guy whose job is literally making sure buildings don't fall apart. 5 years ago, I bought into this peaceful, gated community. The biggest problem I expected was passive-aggressive emails about grass length and trash cans. Enter Karen, HOA president, self-appointed mayor, and full-time menace. 3 years ago, I installed a premium slate roof. Gorgeous, expensive, fully approved, signed off by the architectural committee. Karen even complimented it once, which should have been my first red flag. A year back, I hear whispers about a uniformity update. So I email Karen professionally, politely, "Hey, my roof is still compliant, right?" She replies all sweet, "Of course, Evan. Existing roofs are grandfathered." I saved that email. Best decision of my life. Fast forward to last month. I'm out of state for 48 hours. Wednesday night, my neighbor texts, "Bro, why is there a dumpster in your driveway?" Then he sends a photo. Half my roof is gone. Not damaged, not inspected, ripped off. You can see straight into my attic like my house is getting an unsolicited open heart surgery. I booked the next flight home in a panic. I arrived to find 70% of my roof in a dumpster, strangers actively tearing off the rest. I asked the foreman what the hell he's doing. He says, completely straight-faced, "We've got a work order from the HOA. Emergency replacement on an abandoned property." Abandoned. My house, that I left for 2 days. And the work order, signed by Karen. Not me. That's when I realized this wasn't a mistake. This was a setup. I tell the foreman, calm but shaking, "This is my house. I live here. Stop." He hesitates, calls his boss. I start filming everything, dumpster, torn shingles, paperwork. That's when I notice something slick. Their truck has a magnetic logo sign, and underneath it, another company name bleeding through, like they just slapped on a fake identity for the day. The foreman comes back and says, "We can't stop until our boss talks to the HOA president." So I call Karen. She answers cheerful. Fake sweet. "Oh, hi, Evan. How was your trip?" I explain what's happening. Her voice changes instantly. Ice cold. She says the board passed a uniformity amendment while I was gone. My roof didn't match the new standards. And they were helping me by starting the work while I was away so I wouldn't be disturbed. Then she drops the real bomb. The $22,000 cost for my new roof would be added to my HOA dues as a special assessment. I ask if she's lost her mind. She tells me not to use that tone, says I can appeal it at next month's board meeting. Then she hangs up. So now I'm standing in my driveway with half a house, strangers holding power tools, and rain in the forecast. I call my insurance. They're stunned. I call a lawyer friend. He goes quiet, then says, "This is bad, possibly criminal." My contractor buddy rushes over to tarp the roof properly, takes one look and says, "Whoever did this damaged your structure. The emergency excuse is total nonsense." That night, the storm hits. Water pours through my ceiling, ruins my laptop, soaks the drywall, lights flicker with water dripping out, and that's when it stops being about a roof. This turns into war. Before we continue, like, share, subscribe, and comment where you're watching from. The next morning, I do what Karen didn't expect. I start digging. First stop, the roofing company. Budget Best Roofing. Sounds fake already. Turns out it's only been around 8 months. No real website, no portfolio, just a P.O. box and a phone number. Then I hit the jackpot. Owner's name? Mark Henson, Karen's brother-in-law. I just sit there staring at the screen like, you've got to be kidding me. I keep digging. State contractor database. They've already been cited twice for working without permits. BBB, 1-star rating, complaints about ghost invoices and unfinished jobs. And every single job listed in our neighborhood, all labeled emergency repairs, authorized by the HOA, authorized by Karen. So I request the HOA financials. As a homeowner, that's my legal right. And there it is in black and white. $80,000 paid to Budget Best in 18 months. All signed by Karen. No competitive bids, no disclosures, no homeowner votes. This wasn't incompetence. This was a family business scam. Karen was using HOA money to keep her brother-in-law's failing company alive, and my roof was just her latest cash grab. I hire a forensic adjuster. He inspects what's left of my roof and says there was zero emergency. This roof had at least 15 years of life left. Zero. Emergency. I send a formal notice to the HOA and Budget Best for trespass and property destruction. Demand all work stop. Their response? A late fee notice. They backdated a bill saying I now owe $22,000 plus $50 penalty. That's when I realize they're not scared. They think I'm trapped. And that's when I decide I'm not going to fight them quietly. I'm going to expose them publicly. I don't go straight to court. I go strategic. Buried in the state property code, I find the kill shot. Any HOA capital project over $15,000 needs approval from 75% of homeowners. No vote ever happened. No notices sent. No signatures collected. Karen didn't just cross a line, she bulldozed it. So I host a roof information session in my backyard. 40 neighbors show up. I bring receipts, photos, financials, family ties, forensic reports, contractor violations. By the time I finish, people are checking their own emails, realizing Budget Best tried to inspect their homes too. Then the real numbers come out. Tree trimming already covered by another contract. Sprinkler emergencies the irrigation company says never existed. Sidewalk repairs the city already paid for. Total shady payments, $150,000 of HOA money. Gone. 2 years of everyone's dues vanished into Karen's family business. Emergency board meeting. Standing room only. Karen tries to spin it, calls me a disgruntled homeowner. A retired attorney neighbor stands up and reads the bylaw section on personal liability for undisclosed conflicts of interest. The room turns hostile. I make my offer. They rebuild my roof, cover my damages and legal fees. Karen resigns. Full forensic audit of 3 years. Or I take it to court, hand everything to the DA, and make this neighborhood famous for the wrong reasons. 5 minutes later, Karen steps down. Budget Best loses its license. The audit confirms fraud. The HOA insurance refuses to cover the board. Karen moves out of state. And me? I get a brand new designer slate roof, paid in full, property value up, and the sweetest revenge of all, she didn't just lose her power. She lost her reputation. And everyone learned one thing. The most dangerous bully isn't loud. It's the one hiding behind rules they don't follow. Like, share, subscribe, and comment where you're watching from, because somewhere right now, there's a Karen running an HOA.